Hey, this is Cameron, and welcome to the practice log. Alright, well, it's another morning session, though it's quite gloomy out. Well, we're gonna stay inside today. Let's go ahead and get to the practice, shall we? Yeah, so we got some interesting stuff lined up for today. We're gonna watch a little more of that Bach the Bachumentary. Yeah, and then, after that, as usual, we're gonna practice. I'll probably play a little something for you, and that's gonna be a day right there. Or it's gonna be a morning, at least. Yeah, some updates. We did the Q&A, and that was a lot of fun. Thank you to everybody who showed up for that. So I'm still trying to figure out how exactly I'm gonna set them up, but I think for now they're just going to be every other week, so I'll tell you the next date. There won't be a Zoom link yet, but you can go ahead and mark your calendar if you want to join it. The next one will be March 15th, 6 p.m. EST. And it's a Q&A. It's also just like a hangout too. You don't have to bring your guitar, but it's recommended that you do, and we can talk about music that you're working on and talk about music that I'm working on. If you have questions about stuff, I can try to help you out. And, it's also just hang out and just ask whatever questions about whatever. So, I said the date for the next one. If you can make it, try to make it. Yeah, I think that pretty much covers everything. Oh. Uh-oh. Let's rip my page. It is Sunday, so I'm gonna start a new week. So yeah, main focus is the Presto as usual. I probably won't play that for you today. Okay, a lot of stuff to work on, so I want to jump into it. So, I will first see you at the computer chair. Alright, yeah, back to the old video thing. Man, how do you guys like those Bach readings? We're kind of going into all the same stuff there. It's a little more focused than this style, though, which is amazing, because that one's also pretty unfocused. More children? I wonder with who? Do you think it was a second cousin or the unknown maiden? Oh, God! Why do you guys do that?
Sophia.
Is that another dead kid you're showing me right now? Oh my God. Sorry. Oh, don't erase it, no! I think I was more respectful about this scene last time. I'm over it now, I don't care. Oh, I'm sorry. God, show a warning next time, jeez. See ya. Didn't walk. See ya, bro.
Christian got.
Stop. Can you zoom out a little bit? My God. Oh, this is a great way to start this off. Happy Sunday, everybody. This is Sunday for me. I didn't film anything yesterday because it was Saturday. God, those are a lot of names to erase, huh? This is how things were back then, guys. So it's not... We make fun of a lot of historical stuff. I mean, this is pretty, specific. That's the only thing that's a little messed up about it. We make fun of a lot of historic stuff where people die. Man, yeah, there's been, a couple of depressing ones in a row, huh? A lot of bad stuff that's happened.
Elizabeth.
Thank you. Thank you for not showing Elizabeth. I appreciate that.
Regina Johanna.
Perpetually naming everyone Johann. Even the little girls can't escape it. Johanna, Sebastiana, Bachina. I have a pimple on my finger. Well, that one was filled with liquid. Yeah, I have a weird thing on my finger, too. This is the cancer watch. Can you see that? See that little dot? Cancer watch. Remind me in a couple of weeks. We'll see if it's grown. That's especially troubling because it's on my favorite finger.
Christiana Dorothea.
Oh God. Is that what this video section is going to be? Let's get past this.
He had 20 children and only 10 of them survived. I think what that tells me is that was actually a very difficult life, but also, I think, filled with joy.
Dude, this is, if you don't have kids, you go to these kind of places.
He must have had a very positive
Dance.
mindset. Not some hermit who lives on some mountain and only writes music.
Dude, this looks dope. No, bring back the other stuff. What is this?
I got to feel through some of the dances in the partitas. It is a very joyful, uplifting quality.
Different vibes, but okay. Yeah, I like line dancing to it.
If I imagine what his household was like, there was all these kids running around. It's hard to imagine now what it would be like to lose 10 children. But it's also hard to imagine what it would be like to have 10 children. Actually, he's kind of writing dance music whenever he's writing music. That even his religious music is full of dances and dancing gestures. That this is actually an essential part of who he was.
I started my musical life as a pianist at age 3, and I was headed toward Andre Wattsville, I thought. And my first piano teacher, Ruth Magruder, she gave me Bach chorales to sight read because they were complicated enough that I would have to pay attention to inner voices and all that sort of thing. And
so you're sight reading as a kid? God dang, bro. You're a monster.
Different kinds of music started to catch my attention. I'm a big old school R&B fan. I'm a huge house head. I love house music. And having worked on Bach and fugues and the way that, again, with harmonies and inner voices and the way they move, the way they work around each other and mesh and meld, so much of that was happening in the harmonies in house music that originally what I learned from working on Bach became a thing when I started to construct my own harmonies in writing house music. I don't know if I've ever heard anybody else connect Bach with, Frankie Knuckles.
I don't know who Frankie Knuckle is, but I've been known to say that Bach is jazz. Because it is, because everything is just outlining the threes and the sevens and circle fifths.
There's a rhythmic pulse to Bach, which, especially in his vocal writing, doesn't always even leave you time to breathe because you're moving along with the melody and with the flow. It's never static. In much the same way that in a progressive house track, things start in one place and then they progress, literally, to something else. So, will I see my home?
I don't know about the whole opera and house music combo. But yeah, dude, I get what you're saying. But man, opera's cool and all. I'm not a gigantic fan of opera. It's just so old-fashioned. It's so hard to get past that.
The pipe.
The pipe. Alright, we will hold off for the pipe. Whatever that's going to be. I'm sure it'll be amazing. Yeah, I feel like that was kind of a negative one. I'm sorry about that. Well, let's go ahead and jump into the practicing, shall we? Alright. Feeling pretty ready to jump into it. So, I guess I will see you on the other side. Oh, actually, one more thing, an update with me. I changed my strings, and I raised my action a little bit. So I shouldn't have buzz anymore, for the most part. But it does mean that it's harder to play. I have to get used to it. Alright, now I will see you on the other side. Well, I've practiced everything today, so I feel pretty good. I didn't put as much time in the presto as I wanted. So, like I mentioned, I raised my action and changed my strings. So I think I'm just going to try playing... Well, let me bring you closer. So I think what I'm going to do today is I'm just going to try to perform through the fugue, see how that goes with the new action and stuff. It's a little bit harder to play now. I might have to lower it. I might have raised it too much. Alright, let's see how this puppy goes. Alright, and that was the fugue. Oh. Yeah, I think my nails kept getting, like, caught. So there are some rhythmic issues in there. Also, I just need to practice more, obviously. But yeah, that's where that one's at. I feel like that's coming along, you know. Yeah, my memory felt pretty solid. There was, like, maybe a few moments where I had, like, almost a slip. Just, like, played a wrong note. That was usually what was the issue. My memory didn't falter, really. So I worked a lot of memory for everything else, too. Like, the Adagio, I think, is really close. You know, I just wanted to give myself an extra day. So I played the Fugue. You've heard the Fugue before. We can pretty much wrap this one up here. So, let's go ahead and wrap it up. Alright, well, hopefully you enjoyed that. We watched a little bit of Bach. That was pretty cool. Talked about how I don't like opera, which that's not really fair. I do like opera. I don't know. I'm not a singer. I can't relate to vocalists that well. I'm sure you guys get what I mean. But of course I appreciate the art. Alright, well, if you made it this far, you know, be sure to subscribe, leave a like, all that stuff. Yeah, if you want some private lessons, I offer that to my YouTube viewers now, so just send me an email. All that stuff's in the description. Get me as your teacher. It's good. It's good to have a teacher. Yeah, what else? If you have any questions about anything, feel free to leave a comment and I'll answer it in the chair at some point. Yeah. Alright, well, let's go ahead and wrap this up. I'll see you tonight.